The following is a presentation of Flow Sports.
One of the best parts about the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic, the preeminent teams in the sport take center stage after UCLA, quite possibly the most historic program, does a phenomenal job in our previous game. In their debut, now it's Oklahoma's turn. Boomers Sooner, their first of a couple straight here on Wrigley Field. They go against one of the preeminent mid-majors, the Titans of Fullerton. Always take one of these. And for Coach Gina Oaks Garcia and this batting lineup, a huge opportunity. Happy to have you along, everyone. Corey Brooks, Nicole Mendez with you. Nicole, you know exactly the thoughts for both teams. Oklahoma looking to assert themselves. Fullerton looking to do what they always do and knock off a high major that overlooks this Titans team.
This is a matchup that you frequently see in preseason. These two teams specifically. Gasso getting her coaching start out on the West Coast. Played there herself. She has a fondness for mid-majors. And I feel like Fullerton and Oklahoma, that's almost always on the slate. A tough team. They're a gritty team, and they make teams work for their win. If you take off even half a second, they're right there in that door. They are that kind of persistent, gritty, tough.
Sarah Perez in the leadoff spot for the Titans. And she works the leadoff walk. So the freshman, Alyssa Parker, getting her first introduction to this back and forth. The genuine two-way getting the start for Oklahoma.
And her being a real, genuine, like you said, two-way opens up a lot of flexibility, a lot of opportunities for the lineup, for the defense.
That bunt laid down, textbook. Nellie's throw in time. So Colby McClinton does a job. And a little pressure on Parker. 2 2/3 of no-hit softball on February 14th against Idaho State.
It's Kendall Wells, the freshman for Oklahoma, over at first base. Going to be an offensive name that you're going to remember. Nice job by Parker spotting that on the corner. Gonna work a lot of screwball, rise ball.
Alexia Lopez sends it straight back. The All Big West, first teamer a year ago, starting 53 games behind the plate.
She's really settled in, come into her own. After the absolute smash that we saw last game, Fullerton, they're coming in with a lot of energy. Both teams had to wait a little bit longer than anticipated to get on the field tonight. Sometimes that wait can cause you to drag. Not so for them. Getting the leadoff on, getting that runner in scoring position, but Parker coming right back with the strikeout. Love to see it, 2 quick outs.
Alyssa Parker matching the early career high, hasn't thrown a ton, so probably in line here for the longest, or at the bare minimum, it could be a new strikeout. Must be in for strike one from Parker. Cosillos hoping to take advantage of Perez at second. Defense here for the Sooners. The outfield from left to right is Dayton Minor and Parker. The infield that same direction McEnroe, Martinez, Garcia, Agbayani, and Wells. Pickering doing the catching. Rolled up, across the diamond in time. Quick work all across the board. Alyssa Parker, as advertised, is the youngster. Here comes the mighty Oklahoma attack. A look at the Oklahoma attack. Like you mentioned, Nicole, when you get the genuine two-way, and Alyssa Parker is most certainly that, homering her collegiate debut to go along with throwing 4 1/3, it opens up so much for what you're able to do. You can let a player focus on defense. Lots of flexibility for Patty Gasso and this Oklahoma team.
One thing that she talks about all the time, she wants to recruit athletes, and whenever you're an athlete that can play both ways, that gives a lot of freedom, especially this early in the season, whenever the lineup and whenever defenses are being established, being created, gives them a lot of flexibility to try out new things. We're going to see that, but Fullerton, they came out with a lot of energy, getting the lead off on. It was quickly shut down by Parker, but I love the way that they came out. Defensively, you want to see that same response for them. High energy, clean defense, quick going at these hitters. Hurtado, she's going to be one of those pitchers that's going to get this game rolling. Has some good late break. But most of all, I think to be said about her as a pitcher, very big competitor. Her best stuff, her worst stuff, doesn't matter. She's going to go at you with a competitor's mindset, and that's what you want on the mound.
The reigning Big West Freshman Pitcher of the Year. "20 innings pitched so far on the campaign. Already racking up 16 strikeouts in those 20 innings, and has gone against, for the most part, exclusively power competition, and really power 2 competition. Ole Miss, Oregon twice, and Stanford. Fullerton plays a mean schedule, and they've turned to their ace against it.
Well, what better way to prepare yourself for those big games, for the postseason? We're always seeing Fullerton being sent to a regional. They always have tight games. A couple of upsets in the past couple of years.
Cassidy Pickering drove it the length, but the Wrigley Field just big enough for Sophia Newcomb to range over and make the play. A hard hit from Pickering.
This one, love to see the range in the outfield, being able to make that play, knowing where that fence is as an outfielder, especially on this field late at night whenever the ball feels like it's flying. That's going to be key. And again, like an offense of Oklahoma's caliber, you're going to see a lot of balls hit hard, struck well. So knowing where your fence is, knowing where you are in space as an outfielder is going to be huge, making those kinds of catches.
Chopped up off the glove of Hurtado, and it works its way into center field. Ella Parker doing Ella Parker things, the 1-out single.
And find a way on, why don't you? Ella Parker getting this in a hurry. That ball just a little bit out of the reach. think that was going up the middle regardless if it tipped off the glove or not. Struck that pretty well, but Gabby Garcia here in the 3-hole, we've seen a lot from her offensively. Kind of sneaky with her power.
Coach Gasto called her a silent assassin, which I thought was a funny turn of phrase, because I don't think anything Oklahoma does is all that silent with the spotlight that's on this program and the career that Gabby Garcia has already put together to this point.
Hurtado is going to be working to get these Oklahoma hitters off balance. See her using her screwball. We're going to see her utilize something down in the zone, drop ball, off speed, trying to get them out in front, out of their body.
Agbayani rolls one, turn to first. Good hustle out of the box.
Pitches just like that one. An off speed in on the hands. Garcia rolls it over to second base. And that is what Hurtado is wanting to feed her defense. Easy ground balls, and they're able to make those plays.
Colton McClinton does a nice job over at second. Wells, the half swing. By the way, I need to correct myself. The initial lineup entered was incorrect, and it sounded really weird when I said it. Cassidy Pickering is the DP. Isabella Emerling is playing catcher for Oklahoma.
Just some more pros
outfielder
of that
catcher.
Alyssa Parker being that utility. This hitter here, Kendall Wells, a freshman. It's not too often that you see a true freshman hitting in the 4th spot for Oklahoma. It's a ton of power. But Hurtado says, what good is power with my off speed? She's gone to that quite a bit already in this first inning. We're going to see her mix and match, and again, continue to keep these hitters off balance.
And the Wells working the walk. Easier said than done as a true freshman, but it tends to be a different true freshman playing for Oklahoma. A little 2-out walk for OU.
Brings Nelly to the plate. Hitter that has that quiet confidence.
Macklemore Morenas, a redshirt freshman captain for this Oklahoma team. Up and down this OU lineup, you have people that lead by example. Don't necessarily want a title as auspicious as captain, but Nelly got it anyway. Did a great job.
That's something that will unravel as we go throughout this game, but Oklahoma, a young team, but even with that youth, a lot of experience.
Nelly stings that thing absolutely perfectly. The opening run belongs to the Sooners, and their standout sophomore, Nelly McEnroe Morenas, on the board.
Nelly takes this pitch inside, tight in her hands. She's able to get the barrel out in front. You can see the way that her body stays facing the pitcher, doesn't try to pull off. All too often, you'll see hitters, whenever they see that inside pitch, they get so excited, they want to turn on that. She does a good job of keeping those hands inside, keeping that body going back up the middle. An easy double for her. And Oklahoma, like you said, draws first blood.
Nelly's first double of the campaign, quite likely first of many. And here's the pitcher with a chance to aid her own cause, Alyssa Parker. Oklahoma as national a recruiting footprint as pretty much you can possibly find. But Oklahoma's own Alyssa Parker, the Oklahoma Gatorade Player of the Year, coming in nationally top 10 in slugging percentage, all ready to begin her career. That's a great off speed from Hurtado.
She's thrown 2 back-to-back. We've seen that a couple times throughout her at-bats. She's not afraid to go back to that off-speed, keep these hitters off guard.
Just off the glove, played in foul territory.
Great effort over there at second base. You could see McClinton, she was diving full outreach, knew that one was a foul ball with 2 outs. You have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Full extension. And if you can get it out with runners and scoring possession at second and third, get your team out of that inning, go for it.
Quick skip, good block by Lopez. Quickly set the defense for you here for the Titans. Newcomb, Verhoff, Lozano's the outfield from left to right. Infield that same direction. Cosillos, Perez, McClinton, and Arce Lopez doing the catching for Eva Hurtado. Right through it. One of the best in the Big West shows her stuff out west. Hurtado picks up the strikeout, her first, but Oklahoma is on the board first. Playing some Nelly. Oklahoma fires the first punt. Now the Titans get a chance to respond. The first baseman, Ava Arce, working with ball 1. And Alyssa Parker gets the chance to work with a lead. Always good as a pitcher, doubly so as a freshman.
Seen Parker nibble around the zone a couple times back in the first. Got behind. Same thing here with this leadoff. 2 balls in a row.
Player of the year in the Big West, watching the first strike. Hits in 3 of 4 coming in, including a 2 of 3 effort against the Kentucky Wildcats. So already very comfortable against SEC competition. Arce stings it right down the line and drives that all the way to the fence. Little bobble right there, too, to boot. Arce securely at second base. Her first double.
That was an odd play all around. You could see she hits it, and it's right as she's rounding first. She's trying to decide, do I want to go? Kind of rolls her ankle. Ugh. You can see her limping into second base. Abby Dayton misplays that. Boots it around a couple times, a couple kicks. Lucky gets over to second. Doesn't even have to slide, which whenever you roll that ankle as a runner, you're trying to get to that next base. You're ready to commit to that next piece. That is the last thing that you want to feel, but trainer comes out. She's okay. And just like that, again, Titans, this is a team that is scrappy. They are competitive. Gets that lead off on again, this time with the double.
Off speed, flutters up top. There's a double off the bat. And so even with the rolled ankle, the bobble, there's no error to assess. It is a clean double. Soxie coming off some history. Her first collegiate home run against Oregon at the Stanford Cardinal Classic. Tied it in the 6th. So some serious confidence against some of the biggest teams in the sport, as Fullerton routinely has. In on her hands here.
Find Fullerton. I'm being pretty disciplined at the plate here. Parker has consistently been getting behind. I'm looking for that inside pitch. I'm setting up my timing for that inside pitch.
She turned on it again. She was early, but she had that one.
Yeah, you could tell that's the one that she was sitting on. That's the one that she was waiting for. As a hitter, whenever you finally see that inside pitch, it can be so easy to want to turn on it. Fullerton's biggest challenge is whenever they do choose white, whenever they are lined up with that timing and they go after that in pitch, can they keep their hands inside the ball and keep that ball fair? I love a well-struck ball, but foul does you no good.
Annika putting together a great plate appearance. Take it all the way. Fullerton's cooking with gas. 2 on.
Gives a little clap to her dugout saying, hey, you guys helped me a little bit earn that walk. Didn't do that all on my own. There is something to be said, especially with a fresh face on the mound, the big tournament, nighttime, a loud dugout. They make you feel them as a pitcher.
Now will she fear the freshman of the year in the Big West, riding a 5-game hitting streak. The last 4 of which were against the SEC or the Big Ten. Lozano flashes bunt, lays it down, some clean PFP work. Again, not easy for a freshman. Parker makes it look so.
Fullerton putting the pressure early, trying to get these runners in scoring position. You can see Wells communicating with her pitcher saying, okay, if they go back to that again, you have this, I have this. Defense looking sharp here for Oklahoma.
Verhoff working ahead.
Right now, if you're Fullerton, you want to hit something behind the runners. You don't want to hit anything towards third base, shortstop. You want to get something over to that second base through the infield.
Verhoff, the high chop. Garcia's got nowhere to go. Here come the Titans. We're tied thanks to Kate Verhoff.
And this one, a perfectly placed chop. I mean, this one, nothing that Garcia can do about it. It's just a little bit outside of the pitcher circle, a little bit too far for Nelly. And Garcia charging in. By the time she gets there, there is nowhere to go. You could tell the runners, as soon as that ball was struck into the ground, the runners on second and third, they were moving. This is big. Fullerton, that team that strikes back, that energy paying off in that dugout. And these hitters, they're locked in.
Gets a quick conversation.
I think the conversation here, if you're Fullerton, can we run it back again? We have runners on first and third. Can we repeat it? If you're Oklahoma, You know that Fullerton, they like an offense that will show action. We saw it with the chop and run. We saw it with the sack bunt earlier. And they execute very well, especially with less than 2 outs. A lot of times you'll see offenses push defenses at this tournament at Mary Nutter. Defenses are still figuring themselves out. This is the time to push.
Alyssa Parker has been asked to do a lot as a newcomer. She'll be working out in the pen, and then JT Gasto will want her to swing or vice versa. It's getting called, where's Alyssa, where's Alyssa, all across the diamond in Norman. Right now, she gets a tough task on the diamond in California. Does come home with strike one to Sophia Newcomb.
That's what you want to see from her. This is only her fourth first pitch strike facing the 9-hole. You want to get ahead against these hitters so you can expand your zone.
Right through it, looking for the rundown. Heads up play by the Sooners. That's why you go and you get a veteran catcher able to make magic happen. And that's certainly what Bella Emerling just did. Stole that one off the board.
Now, and that is actually a slap and run. You can see the third base right there. Nelly, nice job being able to dig that throw down in the ground, but also apply it really quick. But the runner over at third base, trusting that that ball was going to be made contact. She's kind of left in no man's land.
Up throw down. Good quick retort. Verhoff replacing 60 away. Unrelenting from Fullerton.
It's a lot of action going on over at third. Fullerton, they're trying to push here this inning. Get one more across.
Stung straight back.
But again, going back to what we just saw from Newcomb, as a hitter, you have to find a way to touch that ball. Seems like halfway through her swing, she was like, oh yeah, a little bit slow, a little bit hesitant. Whenever your runner is going, you have to find a way to save them, because otherwise you're left out dry and now you have 2 outs.
Yeah.
But a good battle that she's come back, being able to foul a couple of off.
Again, a hard hit across the diamond. Foul ball. OU was ready to be done with this inning. Not just yet.
This is a great snag by Nelly, but you can tell by the time she fielded this one, that one a foot or so over in foul territory, but this 5-6 area getting a lot of action.
Yeah. Sophia Newcomb hosting a war.
Paddling. Yeah. Even if anything, Newcomb seeing this many pitches over and over and over, it is only helping this lineup, because after her, you have the top half again.
Alyssa Parker answers the bell. A strikeout in each of the first 2 innings for the OU freshman, but not before Kate Verhoff brings us level. Mary Dunner would like to thank all their vendors and sponsors for 2026, including Easton. The Easton Ghost Unlimited is now available. Get a sneak peek at the brand new unreleased Rawlings Halo bat. You won't want to miss it. Those bats are going to be busy here this weekend. This Oklahoma attack certainly bringing the energy. Fullerton right there with them, even at one apiece, as the Sooners begin their second time through. Kai Miner and company will lead it off in the bottom part of this OU order.
I love how the trend of bats being super colorful for a couple of years. Saw a lot of black bats, a lot of white bats, gray. Now we're seeing all kinds of pops of color. Kai Miner, hers, bright blue. Gives us some personality.
Yeah. It's become okay in the sport to express yourself a little bit. And I'll give Michaela Edenfield a good chunk of credit for this because I think she pioneered a lot of it. But, you know, it used to be, right, nose to the grindstone. You know this, Nicole. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. You know, zero personal expression, as that's a cue shot, but Sarah Perez is where she needs to be. And the last few years, that's really changed, right? Players have been allowed to really come into their identity, in part because of NIL. Your image is a key part, but also just because it's the nature of being a person as much as it is a player.
Yeah, and I love to see softball is such a tough, gritty sport, but being able to showcase your personality. See Fullerton, a little bit of glitter, some pink bats. Like, I love that. You're getting to showcase who you are, your personality, and having fun while you're doing it.
The redshirt senior captain, Bella Emerling.
Emerling looking all inside on that one. You could see as she was stepping to turn on that pitch, that foot slid open, allowing her hips, allowing her bodies to get in that position to hit that one.
Watching in the dirt. No official captain's patches this year for Oklahoma. Coach Gasso electing for a leadership by committee approach. That certainly includes Bella Emerling, one of the genuine field generals in the SEC, operating so much behind the plate.
I feel like that's a trend that we've seen with a lot of teams. Typically in the past, you'll see the captain and they'll have a couple of other athletes on the team that the coach looks to, but there really is that one. Not seeing that as much across the board.
Emerling right up a shoot. Good adjustment. Verhoff going one way, comes all the way the other, hits the U-turn for out number 2. Bayani watching the strike. Bayani says got it for out number 3. Ava Hurtado going against one of the best Fullerton rolling on to the third. The Titans so comfortable in this tournament, a regular showing, and right now they look the part of a team that is comfortable. They're going to begin their second time through here against Alyssa Parker with Sarah Perez, who worked the walk in her opening salvo.
This is a team that puts themselves in positions year in and year out to be ready for games like this, to be ready for postseason. Their bat, their offense, they look on time, they look patient. That's what's been most impressive so far. Only mishap is last half inning. There was a slap and run. Runners at second and third for Fullerton with only one out. Runner left stranded, gets the lead out. And from there, that momentum that they were building kind of fizzled out. But even with that, we're tied at 1 apiece. It was 3 up, 3 down for the bottom half of Oklahoma's lineup last half inning.
Perez activates the feet, nothing more. Gina Oaks Garcia, the 2-time All-American for the Titans. Now in her second year as the head coach. Returning the legend back to Fullerton, CA. A heady play by the athletic department. Now Perez battling back.
Parker going from an 0-2 to a full count. She's just missing right around that strike zone.
Top shelf doesn't go. Back-to-back bases on balls for Sarah Parker and a leadoff base runner for Fullerton.
Fullerton, they've gotten their leadoff runner on every single inning. And if I'm Alyssa Parker, I love her movement. I love her pitches. But settling in, I know this is her first appearance at a huge tournament. So would love a reminder for her from a teammate, from her catcher. Just looks like she's speeding through pitch after pitch just a little bit too quickly. Slowing the game down as a pitcher sometimes. You look up and all of a sudden you realize, wow, I threw 5 pitches and I couldn't tell you what the last 3 were.
Yeah. I feel that way calling a game sometimes, especially when it gets late and it's just crazy energy. The stakes are at their highest. I'm like, what just happened? Who did you say?
You get that late night delusion.
Well, that too.
That's what these tournaments are for, Corey.
Absolutely. Sooner softball after dark on deck. They will take on San Diego State following the conclusion of this one. In tight, McClinton on for the first time today.
See her say, ow.
Yeah.
Corey, I think you spoke it into existence. We talked about this elbow guard.
Yeah.
So much last year. Talked about the shin guard last game. You mentioned it. I think we're back to the elbow guard again.
Lopez steps in. This is where Oklahoma's staff and Coach Carly Keeney, which still sounds weird to me, having covered Liberty in Oklahoma for a long time, continue to elevate their game. Being challenged by Fullerton.
And you have a freshman pitcher on the mound, a walk, a hit by pitch, gets behind again, 2-0. I want to see somebody from this defense call time, just slow down their pitcher. That Fullerton dugout has been nonstop. They have been going relentlessly since the start of this game.
when you're playing Oklahoma, your energy's probably going to be at 100. And that's not a surprise for the Sooners. They know they're going to get everybody's best shot, and that includes Fullerton.
Yeah, on the flip side of that, they've done a great job managing that. They have the energy, but also they have the execution.
Bunt sent straight back.
Not that attempt, though. I've seen Fullerton, they're not afraid to go for the bunt to get those runners over. Getting the runners on base hasn't been their problem so far this game. It's just getting that ball through the infield, that hard hit.
That is hit hard, and it gets all the way to the grass. A Lopez laser sees Fullerton bring home a couple. The Titans are on fire.
I just mentioned getting that hard hit. Lopez, knowing that that screwball is the bread and butter for Parker. She's sitting on that one, turns and rides. Abby Dayton out in left field, playing shallow and shaded over towards that left center gap. So whenever you have that ball tailing from a lefty, it'll bounce away towards that foul line. That gives the runners just enough to get that second run across. I love that head first slide, knowing that it's a game time decision for Emerling behind the plate trying to make that tag. That is a beautiful slide because you're able to maneuver your hands around just a little bit more.
Lopez has her first couple RBI on the campaign. Quite the headline. Yeah, first 2 RBI come against Oklahoma. Alyssa Parker's gonna have a great career for the Sooners, make no mistake about it. She steps aside now though. Audrey Lowry gets ready to come in for the Sooners. A pitching change for Oklahoma. Course to this point, 23 2/3 innings pitched for Audrey Lowry, a sterling 6-0 with a 1.18 ERA. She has struck out 14 while walking just 2.
Audrey Lowry, whenever we asked Coach Gasto about her, had nothing but good things to say. A workhorse, somebody who, honestly, I think this is one of the highest compliments. Reminds her of Nicole May. And Nicole May, I think for all 4 years that she was a pitcher at Oklahoma, was kind of that bedrock, the steady Eddie. Audrey Lowry to be that bedrock and the steady Eddie for this pitching staff for Oklahoma. That's going to be the biggest question mark as they go throughout their season is what can their pitching staff do? If they have somebody to anchor them in, that is going to be big time for them as people start to figure it out within that pitching staff, within that battery. And if you're Fullerton, you're trying to figure out Audrey Lowry before she figures you.
Lowry comes in facing the heart of this Titan attack, starting with Sarah Casillas.
Again, that Fullerton dugout, relentless. Game not even going on, and they're trying to continue that momentum. A huge hit down the line, scores 2, but you know if you're Fullerton, you have experience, not just Oklahoma, but any high-quality, high-level team, they're going to score more runs. Good teams make adjustments.
Cosillos gets to work ahead off the rip. By the way, with the pitching change, Cassidy Pickering going to slide out to left field from the DP spot. Bunt rolled up, just looking for the shuffle home, and it gets away. Some chaos from the Titans. Cosillos controls it. Fullerton keeps out and on.
Being relentless, that scrappy team. If you open the door or leave it cracked an inch, Fullerton, they're the team that's going to take a mile. They've already tried the hit and run, the slap and run, and now the squeeze over at home, easily getting that out. But not only that, they are speeding this game up.
First pitch swinging, good range by Agbayani, cleans it up. So one pitch, one out for Lowry.
Not only range, almost caught Kendall Wells off guard. It's a nice job by her catching herself, getting back over to first base, and getting that pick. But if there's anything from this inning, it looks like this Oklahoma defense is wide-eyed, and that's not something that you typically see. That's not something that you typically hear. But everything about them feels very rushed, very panicked. And Fullerton, they're taking full advantage.
Under the zone.
But if there's somebody to settle things down for Oklahoma, Audrey Lowry has been that pitcher for them, that steady force.
Reaching for the bunt. That's the Lowry movement on display.
I also think that was a mistaken action right there. You see a little bit of question mark from the batter. I think she thought that was a squeeze. Again, wouldn't be surprised. Fullerton, they have been full of aggression tonight.
Right up a shoot, sits for Bella Emerling. So Audrey Lowry stemming the tide very quickly.
Too quick, back-to-back outs. This one tight. Haven't seen Lowry go tight in on the hands that often so far this game. So whenever she does, you can tell they're off timing. A little surprised.
Lozano tasked with a job back in the second. That job's not on the table here. She gets to swing away, aiming for the 4-3. Kendall Wells shows her range. First base defense, often forgot about. Extremely important. Still, for Fullerton, 3 runs on 1 hit. Game on in Mary Nutter. Night settling in here in beautiful Cathedral City, and right before the game, Raymond Gregory got to throw out the honorary first pitch. The mayor here in Cathedral City loads up in front of the circle, dropped it in on a dime, and a little assist there from Kendall Wells.
Just a little wide, but hey, you know what? Big time pressure. Whenever those players are right on that corner, right next to the batter's boxes, you know, you're going all the way around. It's tough. It's tough. You got to practice for it.
Yep. Cassidy Pickering. Now the left fielder, still hitting leadoff. That doesn't change. 2-0, strike one. So funny. I remember prepping for this event a couple years ago. We talked with Coach Gasso, and Cassidy had played like a week of softball maybe in her career, and Coach Gasso said, yeah, she's one of the best outfielders in America, and like didn't hesitate at all. And give her credit. She's rarely wrong. She nailed that one.
Absolutely. And this week going into it, I think it's really cool to see how players develop throughout their years. Coach Gasso saying she is a professional hitter. She knows the game. She knows the speed. Make adjustments so quickly. She's not your typical leadoff, but Coach Gasso goes, she gets on. I want that at the top of the lineup. And there she goes, right there, draws the walk, gets on.
The other story, as Cassidy tells, is kind of along that same line. Coach Gasso goes to her during her freshman year and says, you're going to be our future captain. And Cassidy hits her with the Han Solo. I know. Ella Parker. Could say a lot of the same things about her if we're being completely forthcoming here. She watches ball one.
We had a lot of talk last game with UCLA versus Auburn about Megan Good and Jordan Woolry and how they were a 1-2 punch. I think the same often about Cassidy Pickering and Ella Parker. Those two hitters just so lethal. They feel the ball so well. They have such a great tempo as hitters. So being able to have them as a 1-2 punch at the top of your lineup, and then you bring in the power of Garcia and Wells and McEnroe, like that is what you want in an offense. And you can see them right now talking, strategizing. Pickering seeing several pitches go by, communicating to the rest of her lineup. Of course, Patty Gasso, my former coach from college. She's an icon. She's a legend. She is the GOAT.
Yep, best to ever do it. Be leading this country through the Olympics, LA 28. Not really on her mind right now. Very much a thought at the forefront for the rest of us. Good little screwing action out of the hand of Hurtado. Parker stings it to the grass. The two juniors getting their work in for Oklahoma.
Right now, if you're Oklahoma offense, there's trust that your bats will get it done. Just waiting for that pitch. Very first pitch that Ella Parker saw, it was on that inner half. That same pitch comes back around. She's all over it, ready, drives it through that 3-4.
Speaking of Team USA, a player that spent the summer at the Team USA training camp with Coach Gasso. Here's Gabby Garcia.
I feel like a lot of young players in college got that opportunity to practice and play with USA. And the general consensus that I've heard, which is so cool to see where the sport is going, is I got to be around the best of the best. I got to learn and talk and understand the game at a whole nother level. And I just think whenever athletes are open and you have that communication, you go to that next level. And it's not just players at OU. Obviously, Gabby Garcia getting a little bit of advantage because, hey, her head coach for college is also USA, vice versa. She got to see her and be around her all summer. But athletes all over the country just learning and growing, not just from the coaches, but from their fellow peers. And that is what makes the best of the best.
The way Coach Gasso put it, she's not changing her style, whether it's USA, Oklahoma, whatever. Some of the conversations are a little different with genuine professionals, but the core Patty Gasso experience still very much there. It's changed a little bit over the years. She's adapted with time. Every once in a while, if she's really fired up, she'll let loose what she calls the old Patty Gasso at practice. I think that's the one you know very well, Nicole. And that's a different experience for today's athlete.
Oh, man. I don't know if today's athlete could handle what I went through back in my day.
It's only in spurts. She only lets it go.
I just think it's a testament to the best coaches, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's Patty Gasso or whether it's Trisha Ford or whether it's Coach I, they all talk about how you have to change and adapt with your players.
Right up the middle, McClinton. A dazzling play up the middle.
We saw this last time Gabby Garcia was up, just rolls right over to second base. First time she was up, she was able to be safe at first, but quick transitions from the defense. That is huge to get that double play. Even with the runner at third, you eliminate that extra base runner.
Kendall Wells. Bye-bye softball. No doubt off the stick. The freshman. She's got a bright future.
You look back to what I said just a second ago in eliminating that base runner. That is huge. But Kendall Wells talked about her strength as a freshman. You don't see a freshman hitting 4 for Oklahoma too often unless they can do something like this. Deep, far into the night. Something about Mary Nutter. Man, those home runs, they just hit different. Absolutely crushing. And just like that, Oklahoma, they make it a 1-run game.
Akira Morenas on to try and keep the good going after she had an extra base hit in the first. Somehow turned on that.
Nelly, probably one of the quickest hands. Doesn't miss too often. Really good at seeing the ball all the way, tracking it in, making contact. Starting to see Oklahoma just adjust what they're swinging at, the pitches that they're going after.
Whew. No adjustment possible there. Hurtado with the best possible. Opportunity to talk with Patty Gasso. And Coach, you said from the word go that Kendall Wells was going to be a name that we're going to remember from the very first game. She gets a big swing here, been on base both times. How impressed have you been by your freshman?
Every day she's doing something that is just pretty amazing for a freshman. So very happy that she's finding her groove.
Coach, defense looked a little nervous, looked a little wide-eyed. What was the communication? We saw you guys talking to them whenever you guys got back into the huddle. What are you telling them as they go back out?
Nothing much. There's absolutely zero excuses for us. I mean, Fullerton is just coming at us, and we just, I guess, weren't exactly ready for what we're going to get. And I give them all the credit. It's not so much what we're doing wrong, it's more about what Fullerton's doing right.
The second Nicole started talking, Coach, you got a smile on your face there. Appreciate you.
I knew she was going to give me
today.
some kind of lame question.
Come on, Coach. I got to ask.
Just be positive next time. How about that? All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach. Oh, you know, I play for her. I love that woman so much. She still comes at me. She still comes at me. I had to go. I had to ask. She knew it was coming.
She never misses an opportunity to give you grief. Whether we were talking to her in the Zoom, it doesn't matter. And it goes back to these days right here. She's always your coach, Nicole. No matter what happens, that doesn't change.
Who's that girl?
Consistent instruction from Patty Gasso.
Oh, man, those were some of the best days. That was the Women's College World Series. I always had such a blast there. So proud to be able to represent Oklahoma. I think we talked about that a little bit already, but just being able to represent a university with pride and wear the name across your chest, I mean, it means something. And you're seeing it from both sides. Fullerton, for sure, just so proud the way that they play. Love to see it in Oklahoma. Such a storied program. I know I keep raving on Coach Gasso, but she's the type of coach that makes you want to do everything that you can.
Lift it out to right. No problem for Parker.
Good communication for Parker. Initially, that ball, like off the bat, looked like it was going out to center field towards Minor. And you can hear Parker call her off. Agbayani as well, helping her with communication. This wind has really picked up as the evening has gone on. Temperatures out in the desert have dropped as well.
But flash rolls foul. We'll just reset everything.
Audrey Lowy in a good position here. 8-9-1, getting the lead off out for the first time all game. Fullerton, they have not gotten that lead off on. Talk about her setting a tone. That's a great tone to come in. She is that steady calm that the Sooners, they were looking for that.
Stung. Nellie's got the throw in time. I heard you talking about the defense, so Nellie's got all the answers.
Yeah, that's why I was so surprised. Typically, you see such strength from Oklahoma defense. That is, in my opinion, one of their best consistent habits that they have. And with Fullerton, I mean, just relentless. And I love that, not being afraid to call those action plays, to get a defense scattered and looking everywhere except for where you're going next. But Oklahoma, they are a team that adjusts. So being able to take that, run from it, and slow the game down. slow it down to their pace.
Quickly in for a strike. By the way, you saw Alyssa Parker on the receiving end of that over at first base. That's where she's at now. Kendall Wells sliding to catch. Bella Emerling will get some time off, working into the DP spot. High chop right in the mix. A little miscommunication, a funky hop. And the Titans continue to find the exact right spots.
Looks like on that one, Audrey Lowry just expecting that one to hop straight up. Instead, it takes a little bit of a spin. Being a lefty, you have to position your body open or your back towards the runner.
Just foul. We did get a ton of rain in our last game, which means this infield is going to play wildly different. And I think ultimately that might be what favored Fullerton in that spot. Woof. That's close.
Great job by our camera crew getting that line. I mean, that one's pretty close to hitting chalk.
That one hops away from Agbayani. Well, now to your point, Nicole, some uncharacteristic moments.
Absolutely, and whenever you see that as an offense, your question is, how can we continue to keep this going? That one bouncing, not only high chops, quick, rapid chops for Agbayani, but also that runner running across her field of view as she's going to field that one. At the end of the day, would have loved to see Oklahoma just taking that half step forward. Agbayani taking that half step forward to field that.
And Lopez comes right back up with two threatening after her 2 RBI double in the second. It was one of the biggest swings of the day for the Titans. Lopez hit it hard again. This time Garcia in the hole. Throw across the diamond is in time. So Audrey Lowry. From grassroots to gold, USA Softball is where dreams begin, skills are sharpened, and futures are built. Visit usasoftball.com to learn how to get involved with the future of softball. Are you a top 12U or 14U player? Check out www.usasoftball.com. The All-American Games tryout dates. The Titans continuing to string together a great ball game. And so we get to head down to the field and talk a little bit of Titan softball. And Coach, you have to be so impressed. Look, this is not new for Fullerton, routinely toppling giants, but your squad has been completely unintimidated by this Oklahoma squad so far.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, we prepare to play the game, right? It doesn't matter who play. We just kind of have that philosophy, you know, play the game right, play it hard, and see what happens.
Coach, the relentlessness of the offense is so impressive, but did y'all go into this game talking about how you wanted to do a lot of action calls? What was the mindset going into it?
Yeah, you're right on point with that. Yeah, definitely have a game plan, right? How we're going to attack and how we're going to, have best chances to score there as we go along. So, yeah, definitely had a game plan for them.
Building on success
Coach, is your
like they're
balancing
building
skills?
on the hat. Coach, how you doing with the balance there on the dome?
I don't know. I'm trying to hang in there for you guys right now, so I'm doing my best.
All right. We'll let you go before the tower gets out of control. We appreciate you.
Thank you. All right.
Jorge Araujo joining us here as his Titans remain in control of this contest. Oklahoma looks to change that fact with Alyssa Parker.
Tell you what, the balancing act, that has to be the hardest thing as a coach. Trying to remember the question that's being answered, multitasking, the whole nine.
A great job by George Araujo balancing that. We saw in that first game, there was that overload of base runners over at first for UCLA, and it was trying to balance all the gear from all the base runners, and it eventually hit the deck. So that was just kind of the nature of it. How about this? This is phenomenal discipline.
So impressive.
Balancing, talking to the broadcasters, maintaining the glove. The glove falls off on its own. That has nothing to do with the balance. That's perfectly done by George Araujo. Oh, we were having some fun. Leanna Garcia comes in and makes her debut. Stung to left, sits in the glove. Limited sample, 3 1/3, but she's been phenomenal. ERA is 0, picking up about a strikeout per inning. So right now, Leanna Garcia, the all Big West player, taking center stage for Fullerton.
Looks like not the only one getting an exchange. See pinch hitter here for Oklahoma.
The freshman parade continues for Coach Gasso. Here's Lexi McDaniel. Watching strike one. Oklahoma, uniquely suited for freshmen to get off to a hot start. We have seen it from all of the legends across the board, present company included, where they get off to such an incredible start in this OU uniform. And definitely part of it is, look, Oklahoma's going to get some of the best players in America. We understand that, right? But they do a really nice job of getting freshmen not only opportunities, but success.
It goes with putting them in moments like this against a very good Fullerton team who is controlling this game pretty well. Minus Kendall Wells, her 2-run home run, this would be a very different ball game. But that's the nature of the game. It can change with one swing.
That's not the one. Leanna Garcia introduces herself to the Sooners with a strikeout.
And Fullerton, a lot of off speed we've seen from both pitchers tonight. Garcia introducing hers in a big way with the strikeout. This one on the lower outer half. Just very deceptive with her body. It looks like her hard pitch. One thing too, as she's striding out, that front leg, that front arm just a little bit closed off for the righty hitters. That release point just hidden enough can make that release point hard to see.
Emerling got on top of one on the top shelf. Bella Emerling to the deepest part of the yard, her 4th of the year.
Well, this is what I was saying. Oklahoma, they are the type of offense, in just one swing, they can change the game. Emerling knew it right away, hit that home run trot. After getting and seeing on deck, getting that timing down, that is huge. Taking this outside pitch up and away, out to center field.
Gets going quickly and in bunches. Tied the program record for home runs in a game, 3 against Montana. It does not take much for Bella Emerling. 4's up with nearly 4 complete. And Agbayani looks to go from a few hundred feet to a few feet, but it's foul.
Fun fact, Emerling is in good company. I'm actually the one that holds that record. Well, Koha owns it now.
There you go.
So I was so pumped whenever I saw that. I thought that was incredible.
The Evo Shield does work. Agbayani is plunked. And Cassidy Pickering a chance to keep the good going.
You have to feel after that home run from Emerling. I mean, she got a hold of that one, the hit by pitch. And now you have those 2 back-to-back heavy hitters for Oklahoma with Pickering and Parker. Oklahoma known for being a tough 2-out hitting team. They're gonna have to dig deep here.
All in the dirt, watching ball 1.
In Fullerton, one thing that as a defender you're going to want to add into the mix, you can hear the wind over the broadcast. It is blowing hard. Anything up in the air, you're going to want to over communicate as a defense, trying to make sure that no one's running into each other. You're tracking it all the way into the glove. I think here what coach is just talking to her defense and her pitchers about is, hey, you deliver the ball on the ground. We have been getting those outs all day long. Continue to throw your stuff, and your defense, they're going to have your back. And if you're Pickering, you know the off speed has been what Fullerton has been going to back to back to back to back to get those ground balls, to get those missed hits.
Hop throw down to second, sails into center. The speed of Oklahoma. Something Coach Gasto was very quick to point out. One of the quicker teams that OU's had, now cashing in.
Pickering walked her last at bat, pretty patient here. You won't see her surrendering too often on pitches outside of her zone.
Taking all the way, as you should on 3-0.
A little bit of smile from her to her partner in crime on deck, Ella Parker.
And Cassidy Pickering works the 2-out walk.
What we've seen from Ella Parker, she's been hitting the ball hard. Her first at bat, it tipped off the glove, got through the infield, but hit it hard enough to be able to get through. Her second at bat, same thing in the 3-4. Her exit velo, tough. This one, hit by pitch.
As fired up as she would be on a base knock with the free pass. Gabby Garcia has a chance for some 2-out magic.
That one just tight in on the hands. Garcia does not want to allow Parker to have any bit of that plate, and she's trying to go tight, trying to jam her up. That one getting away from her. And instead, Loads up these bases.
Remember, Leanna Garcia got the first 2 outs of this inning on 7 pitches. That's maybe the best of the day.
I was wondering when we would see that changeup from Garcia. I mean, just absolute filthy. I haven't seen a Sooner look on time and rhythm for it yet. I think Garcia wanting to hit something on that inner half of the plate, trying to drive it hard.
Just a piece. I think Leanna Garcia understanding that exact same scouting report, working away to Gabby Garcia.
Yeah, I see a swing like that. I have balls to give. If I'm Garcia, I'm going to go with my best pitch, my off speed, maybe a little bit down, try and see if Garcia will bite.
Garcia comes home. Gabby Garcia lifts to left where Newcomb awaits. The base. All even. We decide this thing in the final few. The Titans get to bring the heart of their order up to start things off, starting with Sarah Cosillos.
I feel like the runs coming from this game on both sides with both teams, they've become almost rapid fire. They'll score a couple quickly across the board, and then the pitchers will hold them down, do their deal. Other team will come out. It'll happen quickly, a couple of runs across the board. And that's the way the cadence of this game has been going. Say Audrey Lowry, since coming in, has just done a nice job minimizing, hasn't surrendered a run, but just giving her defense a lot to work with.
Comes home with strike one. Rosillo sends Agbayani into action for out number one. Audrey Lowry continuing to roll. It's something we're really familiar with, Nicole, but it doesn't make it any less impressive in the sport. Audrey Lowry, coming from Indiana, a 6-hour drive every weekend to Chicago for travel ball. The commitment demanded of young people playing at the highest levels of youth sports in softball is crazy.
That's what you just have to do. Whenever you know what you want and you want to be at that level, that's what you have to do. That one, a nice pitch, tight in on the hands. That rise ball jumps just a few inches, but enough to miss the barrel. Fullerton, last 5 batters, all ground balls against Lowry.
That was
I thought that one was going to be fair. I thought that one was going to be fair, and I was like, of course, as soon as I say ground balls. Should have known the wind was going to push it out.
Right.
Love this backdoor that we're seeing from Lowry. Starts at the hitter's front hip. Looks like it's going to hit him. To the last little bit, it breaks back over. I don't know, Corey. It's getting closer. Every foul ball, it's getting closer. Love that timeout. Really quick, just chatting with her pitcher from Wells, but I think she saw something. Just letting her know, hey, this is what I see. Let's go with this pitch. Trust me on this.
By the way, some re-entry paperwork for you. Kai Miner's back out in center. Nasty from Lowry.
Lowry, after going in on the hands tight, goes low and away, gets the swing and miss. Again, Wells noticing that, picking that up, but for pitcher, trusting what your catcher is seeing, that battery, that relationship right there.
Sick curve brings up Sogsby.
Starting to feel Fullerton. First half of this game, they looked so on point with the pitches that they were swinging at. With Lowry, the zone expanding just a little bit for them.
Bottom part's working really well.
Yeah, exactly.
Nails. Back-to-back Ks for Audrey Lowry. Faces the minimum in the 5th. Bonet is a proud partner with Mary Nutter. Check out bonet.net for product pricing and create your perfect training system. Oakley is all about recognizing the standout players who bring energy and excitement to the sport of softball. Products designed for those who respect the game's traditions, while also looking ahead. Come see how Oakley is setting the standard in performance and style at www.oakley.com. Can wear the Oakleys to the park, but the shades, not needed how. Sooner softball after dark going against this Fullerton team, even at 4 apiece. Sooners bring the heart of their order to try and break the deadlock. Kendall Wells attacking on the very first pitch.
Her last at-bat just had a huge 2-run home run. Right before that, Fullerton had a double play, saved themselves from Oklahoma getting the go-ahead run.
You're getting to see the adjustments in real time. This Oklahoma staff thought that Kemba overswinging a little bit in that initial entry into the Oklahoma lineup, but works with this staff, gets right, hammering the ball as we've seen.
Coach Gasso was talking about how they gave Kendall a little bit of one-on-one time to just get settled with JT Gasso, and honestly, JT Gasso is one of the best hitting minds in the country. That's why Oklahoma, they produce those offensive numbers. Don't tell him I said that, though. But he is fantastic. And as an athlete, you are so lucky, so fortunate to be able to go to a coach and say, hey, I want more time. I want to be able to get some swings in. Will you work with me? And having a coach say, yeah, here we go. You and me, let's get these in. Let's feel this out. Let's talk this through. He's one of the best to do it.
Good hold up by Kendall Wells. JT, the science guy, has certainly had his impact on this Oklahoma program. Full.
Definitely pioneered a lot of ideas that in the moment you're like, what is going on? What is this? And then you see the results offensively, and teams across the country, they start adapting it, and their numbers, they start to go up.
Wells hoping to get on top of it. Instead, Newcomb's on top of it for the opening out.
High fly ball, but again, Fullerton, they've done a great job with balls in the air in this wind, navigating it, communicating really well. They get high enough, and you can see the defenders running around trying to figure out where's this ball going to land. It keeps moving, but communicating constantly.
The heavy turn early.
Nelly, pretty dangerous back in the first. She ripped one tight in on the hands down the line. No stranger to that inside pitch. See her really emphasizing that backhand, getting to extension on that warm-up swing before she steps in the box.
A little out in front, but that time you got to protect. Nice job.
I think Fullerton's pitch calling this game has been on point. With a team that adjusts as quickly as Oklahoma's offense, they communicate with one another, batter to batter. So their adjustments, they happen rapidly. Noticing that, and as soon as they feel like a hitter's on time, they're switching up the timing, they're switching up the looks.
Leanna Garcia finding her groove.
Huge strikeout low and away after pounding the inside half of the zone the entire at bat. This one, Nelly trying to defend this pitch, but that one, it breaks too much, gets the strikeout.
Alyssa Parker watching one on the outside part. So in that fourth inning, Deanna Garcia got 2 quick outs, and then Bella Emerling launched one. Have to be able to slam the door.
Beautiful off speed. You could tell, completely fooled by that timing. Garcia just doesn't get that strike called.
You're a pitcher by trade, that's a ball. You're a hitter by trade, that's a strike. No, switch that. Other way around. That's a strike for sure.
No questioning that one. Good adjustment by Garcia, just bringing that pitch up enough for it to be called a strike. And you can still see Parker timing out in front. Still an effective pitch. These pitches from Garcia, very close, not missing by much.
Game of inches in that regard. Ultimate hitters count for the freshman Parker. There you go. It goes in both directions, right?
That's the one you want to pull the trigger on. Just beautiful middle away, 3-1 count. As a hitter, you want to be looking for that.
Garcia's payoff. Gets the roll up the middle. Great effort to show the range, but there's no play to be had. It's a 2-out base knock for Parker.
But love that battle from her. That pitch even lower, even farther away than the one previous that she took. Knowing she has to protect with that full count. Doesn't have a strike to spare. She's able to drive that one back up the middle and enough speed to get over to first in time.
The reigning SEC Freshman of the Week watches ball one, Kai Miner.
One thing about Oklahoma, with 2 outs, they are a tough team. You have to finish them. All 4 runs that they've scored this game have come with 2 outs. They are battling, finding any way that they can scratch those runs across the board.
Miner sending that foul and out of play. To kind of put a bow on the travel ball commitment, that's insane. Kai's family commuted from Las Vegas to Irvine, California every weekend for years before she eventually moved out there. Does not happen by accident, getting to this level, playing for teams like Oklahoma and Fullerton. Miner sends it up the middle. The 2-out hitting in the late stages, maybe redefining the game for OU.
It's a nice swing by Miner. Garcia doesn't leave the ball elevated too often. She's typically down low in the zone. So as soon as Miner sees this one elevated, she goes after it, hits it right back up the middle. Great piece of hitting, great battle from this lower half of the lineup.
And just like that, it's a 2-out opportunity for Bella Emerling. And she had that big swing in the 4th. And that's the conversation right now for Fullerton. Didn't wait very long.
Big hacks. This is what we saw from her earlier. Low outside half of the plate, and she sends it for a ride. The extension from the backhand, she knew right away. Touches the helmet, jogs all the way around. A big welcome from her team. We've seen Oklahoma flex that muscle a time or two already this game.
On just the second pitch of that at-bat. And she'll start ahead, just like she did in that at-bat.
With the power that she showed and the tendencies Fullerton has been throwing at Oklahoma this whole game, I wouldn't be surprised if they switched up how they go at her. Two back-to-back balls, slowing her down.
Do they pitch around Bella and dare Agbayani to beat them? To left, the range from Sophia Newcomb has been impressive today. She comes in and makes the play.
A lot of trophies, a lot of history. But I think the coolest thing about this program is how they reload year in and year out. You cannot count a team like them out. It all starts in the middle of the circle. Audrey Lowry. Oklahoma started a little shaky, pitching-wise, got behind, a couple of errors, defense. She came in, and since she has stepped on the mound, and this is something, again, Patty Gasso has talked about and gave a huge credit to her, is she is somebody who is, the word that she used, professionalism. She is a pitcher who has embraced that this year. Being able to have command of your pitches, being able to settle your defense, slow everything down. Ended the last half inning, 2 strikeouts in a row.
Nat Lozano in the game here for Fullerton. Fun fact, her first collegiate hit came against the number 3 team in the land at the time, the Oklahoma Sooners. It was a 3-run home run. Boy, Fullerton would sure love something similar to that right now. Wouldn't be as many runs. Might be just as big, probably bigger. She's got some leverage.
Get into these innings where you grind through all game long. You get into innings 6 and 7, and you mentioned it, Corey. These are championship innings. That's where everything that has happened throughout the game is thrown out the window, and you just have to compete, especially in games like this. Whenever you're tied up at 4 apiece, it's been a battle back and forth, back and forth.
Right over the top, beautiful drop.
Big swing from Lozano.
Chopped up across the diamond in time. Doesn't matter if you have to drop to a knee, keep it in front of you, get it over in time. Nice job by Garcia and OU.
That's stretch from Parker over at first as well.
Ball one dips down low. Sydney Barker, by the way, is playing left field. Saw that shot of her earlier. Bunt takes a friendly roll. That is textbook.
That bunt had some wild spin on it. Looked like it was going towards the line last minute. Skews the other way. Nice stretch over at first by Parker, but not able to get there in time. Fullerton, that small ball, has been so successful for them throughout the game. And they're trying to conjure up something here, get some momentum back into their corner.
Newcomb's been wonderful in the field. Now Lulu Sanchez picks up the bat and will have a big opportunity. One pitch, one out. Audrey Lowry spoils the pinch hit bid.
This is where, as a pitcher, you being calm, you giving your defense plenty of things to be able to make plays on. It's big.
Sarah Perez looking to slap it.
It's been this bottom half, this 9, 1, 2, 3, that have caused the most headache for Oklahoma.
Like folks in the Big West know,
Lowry,
Perez an on-base machine. She's powered it through today as well. Walked twice and a single. Not now. Audrey Lowry has all the right answers. Fullerton threatens. On the doorstep. Lowry slams it. PGF was founded in 2009 and today crowns the unquestioned national champions across 9 age divisions. Every year, just shy of 700 teams compete across those age groups with the 17-day event held across parks in Huntington Beach, Fountain Valley, and Irvine. Premier Girls Fast Pitch is where the best of the best play. In amateur fast pitch softball since 2009, thousands of female student athletes have realized their dreams to play on the college level by performing with top-level competition in front of college recruiters. PGF produces hundreds of tournaments and showcases each year across the country, including the PGF High School All-American Game, which is unanimously considered the highest individual honor in youth fast pitch softball. Premier Girls Fast Pitch, the future of the game, is here. Hashtag play PGF. Bunt on the very first. Well defended. Agbayani goes for the sneak attack. The Titans were prepared.
That was a good bunt by Agbayani, but look at that read. As soon as her hands start to leak up that barrel, that defense for Fullerton, both corners, pitchers crashed as well. Just ready to defend that in a hurry.
Costillo's just a sophomore. This is a veteran-laden group. Count the PFP, 2 quick outs.
You can hear the dugout cheering out some PFP right there. Just a hard hit ground ball right back up the middle. But knowing that you have time, slowing it down, 2 quick outs.
Ella Parker came into this game on base in every single matchup for the Sooners. She has been on base in every single opportunity in this game as well. Nice curve.
That one looked like it caught Parker off guard. And had some funky spin on it. Good movement. A lot of times you'll see Garcia throw that curveball and then angle that curve drop right after it. Trying to get these hitters to chase. She's been successful multiple times against this offense.
Garcia comes home. High, low, change the eye level to serve you well. Parker takes the whole way. This is the longest outing of the young year for Leanna Garcia. But went the distance against Riverside, so has plenty left in the tank.
Your mindset as a pitcher in a situation like this is just throw through your pitcher. You can see the communication between this battery.
Ella Parker,
misses.
stone cold take.
I love that smile from Garcia. I mean, that one just as close can be. I think that's a good take by Parker. Garcia, she knows she just missed.
4 plate appearances, 4 trips on base for Ella Parker.
How's that for some words of affirmation?
There you go. Gabby Garcia against Leanna Garcia to potentially decide the game in the 6th.
I think Garcia wins this one.
I agree with you. It's right next to the old John Madden analysis. In order to win the game, you want to be the team that scores more points than the other team. Even though it's runs here in softball, same logic applies. And on her hands, strong enough to get it to the outfield, where the waiting glove of Sarah Perez makes the play. The Titans and the Sooners will go to the 7th, tied. Since 2011, USA Prep camps and showcases have provided guaranteed college coach exposure, giving teams and student athletes a direct path to be seen through elite competition and on-field instruction. Visit www.usapreps.com to see the full 2026 event schedule. Two great coaches, two great teams. Decide it in the 7th inning. Here we go. Fullerton's going to bring the top part of their order to start things off. Audrey Lowry looks to set her squad up for dramatics in the bottom half.
Honestly, not surprised. Fullerton looking to go with the short game. They have been very successful with it, whether it's a sack bunt, a squeeze, or even a drag. We've seen them execute all three of those throughout this game. Audrey LaValle, the last 2 innings, facing the minimum. Since coming in, she's really quieted the offense of Fullerton. But Corey, in the words of Justin Bieber, never say never.
Oh.
We're in championship innings. We're in the 7th inning. Your at-bats before don't count, don't matter. Your pitches before don't count, don't matter. It's just competing here in this moment.
I can't believe you're telling me that the team that's the better believer is going to win this game. I was not prepared to hit that, and it's already late night in Cathedral City.
Oh, we're getting crazy. Late night softball.
Oh, yeah. Good foul tip.
Audrey LaValle really working tight curve. This at bat, getting in on the hands of Perez. Don't want to give her too much.
McClinton refusing to go down.
Whenever you have a ball that's breaking in right at your hands time and time again, it is hard to foul that off. You can tell she's not wanting to swing at it, but it's close enough that as a hitter, she's trying to protect her box, trying to give herself a chance.
Big in the big moments. Her first season at the D1 level. A huge 3 runs against the Beach. Secure a Big West title. Right now, it would be a pretty big headline if Fullerton's able to get one across. Nope. Audrey Lowry Begins the 7th the same way she closed the 6th. Strikeout.
This one, after going up and in, up and in, up and in, fouling off all those balls, Audrey Lowry says, all right, I'll go in, but let's go down this time. Gets the swing and miss. Barrel not even close. I feel like we really haven't highlighted the fact that Carly Keeney stepping into this role, Jen Rocha having to step away for health reasons. The great job that she's done this game. Kendall Wells, the freshman behind the plate. Audrey Lowry, the sophomore, gets another big swing and miss. I don't want to say untested, but very young staff all around. Just doing a good job quieting a hot and active offense.
Not a bad pitch there either. And on the hands, all the way to the fence. The 2 RBI double in the 3rd. Big from Lopez. Now she's really going to give her team a chance with her 2nd double of the day.
This is huge. Audrey Lowry has shut down this team. We have felt her go up and in on the hands of Fullerton the last several batters. I love this adjustment. So quick, so easy.
The nature
Foul ball.
of big league dreams.
Gotta make sure that we get it.
Sometimes you got to show your range with the net.
Fishing for balls in the gap, fishing for balls on the net.
There you go.
I think he got it.
He got it. It's a
It's
big one. There you go. We just made the exact same lane joke at the exact same time. Oh no! Got away. Hey, every fisherman has been there. We've all had that moment. You've got the big one on the line and it just sneaks away. There you go. Now it's secure.
Question is, will he be able to reel it in, Corey?
Almost there. Just going with the controlled approach. Fish in a barrel. Gosillos drives it to right and gets it all the way to the fence. Lopez's first multi-double day sets it up, and Sarah Gosillos has the Titans on the verge of a massive win.
Back-to-back huge swings. This one, another pitch in on the hands and just taking it opposite field, down the line. And as a base runner, as soon as you see that's past the right fielder, especially in a situation like this, on second base, you are thinking score all the way. Fullerton, time after time, this entire game, they have come up clutch. And whenever they get going, they score in a hurry.
Sarah Gosillos' first hit of the day proves to be the biggest. A 2-bagger, her 7th RBI of the year. Will it be lucky number 7 in the 7th to win it for Cal State Fullerton? RC got in on this doubles parade early, had hers in the second. First pitch swinging. Slow roller knocks down the play at first. The nice stretch by Alyssa Parker. That's still productive though. What can Saugstad do?
That was a great
with 2 outs?
Adjustment there from Fullerton, just stepping up in the box, being able to cut off that curveball, and like you said, not necessarily the best hit, but enough to get that momentum going, move that runner over.
Strike one in. Annika just had that big swing against UO. Her first home run against Oregon. Now does she have another dazzler against OU?
Well, nice job behind the plate, being able to block that one in the dirt a little bit with the swing, but right before that pitch, that's something that we've seen implemented more and more. Not hearing what the pitch is in the helmet.
Down, looking. Annika can't believe it. She was just getting reset, and all of a sudden, everybody's leaving the field. Big swing from Sena Cosillos. Her first hit today. Even with the frustration, Fullerton did the job. The magic number is 1. Annika Saugstad puts together a nice AB, takes the tough one, and makes the magic number 1. One of the biggest rules
Of love.
it was.
You know, of course, you have to hold it away from your body so it looks bigger than it actually is, right?
The things you only get at the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic. We could be in for a classic right now, or either direction at this point. Wells watching to start.
Oklahoma down to their last half inning, but a lot of power here. Facing a new arm in the circle.
Top shelf, well slung. The redshirt junior, Trisha McCleskey, looking to secure the save.
She has a little bit more speed than Oklahoma has been seeing all game long. Sharper rise ball up in the zone. Again, a different look. As a hitter, you have to adjust to those angles and speeds quickly.
Been their workhorse. Better part of 50 innings already. ERA's about 3.5. She's done a real nice job. Big hack.
Nice shot by Wells. A tough pitch again with that velocity that they haven't seen all game long. Tight and on the hands with 2 strikes. Seen a lot of great 2-strike battles from both teams tonight.
McCleskey goes off speed and gets the strikeout.
Talk about a way to start this inning. Kendall Wells, you know the power that she has, going right at her, getting multiple swings and misses up in the zone, and for the strikeout, going away, making her chase.
One of the best pitchers in the Big West. Looking to secure her first save of the year. Rain is snatched out of the air. Sarah Perez may have just snatched the game out of the air. The Sooners are down to their final out.
What a catch. I mean, first step, knowing where this ball is going as a defender. She's crashing in, and it almost goes over her head. The way that she's able to jump up into the air, reach, and snag it. Big time for Fullerton.
The freshman, Alyssa Parker. Lifelong Oklahoma.
College Sooner magic for the freshman, getting to experience it. The one-up right away. Talk about clutch. You're down to your last out. The freshman, no moment bigger yet in her career, comes up big, comes up clutch for her team. And Oklahoma back from the brink of death.
Homered in her collegiate debut and now saves the day. The freshman, Alyssa Parker. A massive swing. And all of a sudden, Kai Miner and company look to end the game in the bottom of the 7th.
Moments like these, if you're Oklahoma, capitalize on that momentum. You have been such a good 2-out hitting team all game long.
Stung to center. Verhoff makes the grab. The softball gods are not done with this game just yet. Alyssa Parker snatches a chance from the ether. We're going 8. A thrilling game, not done yet. Oklahoma gives Audrey Lowry a chance to return to the circle. 1 out away from that not being the case. And then Alyssa Parker creates really the first chapter in what's going to be a long story of Sooner Magic.
I mean, in the words of Gray Robertson, it is just too easy to see coming. Oklahoma, they are known for their comeback from the brink. Sooner Magic, make it happen. Last inning, last chance, battles. But if there's anything that I've seen from watching Fullerton, this is a team all throughout the game on pitching and offense. They are fighters. They are so scrappy. Have a runner on second. Have a lot of opportunity.
Strike 1 to start it.
International tiebreaker. We're going into overtime.
As we near 11 p.m. Central Time, the Sooners will play late into the night and buy themselves even more time.
Lowry doing a good job getting ahead, getting 2 strikes early, taking that small ball off the table. With how effective Fullerton has been with it, you know that's something that they wanted to go to, forcing them to stand in and to swing.
Rolled up, productive. That's what you need to do. What you want to do is, of course, more. But you want to move that runner over.
That one, a productive out. Same result as if you would have had the sack bunt. Biggest thing in this type of situation, pitching is going to try to draw you to hit towards your third baseman, your shortstop. Get an easy play, be able to hold back the runner. Fullerton, they're going to try to draw it to the other side, hit behind the runner, allow them a chance. And you can see that Oklahoma defense just talking together. That runner, more than likely, knowing how aggressive Fullerton has been, that ball is on the ground. They are going if it's opposite side.
The Fullerton dugout's done a great job of play-by-play and analysis throughout the game, and one of them just yelled, "A fly ball gets it done." And you know what? That's exactly what I was going to say. You're absolutely right.
They're gunning for our jobs over here.
Tell you what. Maggie Paulovich will come in.
I love is hearing this dugout from Fullerton. Coming off the bench, coming into a game, this kind of situation, this kind of pressure. That's what you live for as a competitor, as a hitter. I'm watching this game, I'm calling this game, but I am smiling. Man, this is what it's all about. This is what Mary Nutter is. These are the games that you see.
This is tough to do off the bench, too. Paulovich standing in and taking a few.
Rio, pinch hitter, runner at third.
Taking the whole way. Not your typical pinch hitter. Both teams have pretty significant options off the bench. This is an all Big West player. Been around both baseball and softball a long time. Now in a huge spot. Paulovich goes after it. Albayani comes home. The throw is in plenty of time. The tag down. Oklahoma does the job on the dirt. Nice tag by the youngster Wells.
Great job defensively, being able to reach up, grab that, and a beautiful throw over to home, and a quick tag from Kendall Wells. That is exactly what you practice in the game. Nice job by Wells getting in there quickly. It's a bang, bang play right there. But I have to say, Oklahoma, they have to be perfect with that play or else that run scores at home. It's a great job.
And it was perfect.
And Paulovich, it was a great job by her executing coming off the bench. I think there's going to be some talk amongst the umpires. Was this an active take? Was it a strike?
Big swing. So Audrey Lowry gets this out. Will tie her longest outing of the season. She asked for time. This was quite clearly her game from when she came in.
Just calling time, like you said, managing her game, managing her pitcher, her battery. Lowry letting her know exactly what pitch she wants.
That's the one. Audrey Lowry slams the door with a strikeout. Oklahoma was down to their final out. Now they can win it in the bottom. Oklahoma, a chance to snatch victory with 8, 9, and 1 scheduled to hit. McCleskey beginning her second inning of work.
Emerling ready this game. A big time swing. Oklahoma wouldn't be here without it. Tied it up. Fullerton knows it. Gonna intentionally walk her. That one. This is the catcher's glove. Still a ball, but as we saw from last year, intentional walks, they can be deadly.
Kai Minor is the runners placed at second.
A lot of speed over there at second for Oklahoma. I think the biggest thing that you know that you're going to get whenever you see OU, regardless of what it looks like, they know how to compete.
Emerling heads to first. Interesting to see they get the first strike and then still elect to walk Bella Emerling. She's that much of a threat.
By putting Emerling on first, now defensively Fullerton, they have an out. Multiple options, multiple locations.
They'll dare Agbayani to beat him as Tia Malloy comes and runs over at first base. Between Minor and Malloy, if Agbayani gets the gap, it's 2 runs. Both of them are crazy athletes.
Something that we can see from Agbayani. Can bunt, slap, and hit. She's bunted in this game. So defensively, Fullerton, they have to be on their toes, expecting both.
Eight hits in the last 4 games coming in. Ilana Agbayani looking for her first hit in this game.
Corners for Fullerton drawn in.
Chopped up. Perez takes the lead play. And that intentional walk pays immediate dividends. The force at third.
This one right there, staying down on it. Perez gets the shovel. That's a good job by her. Doesn't have time, knowing the speed that's on second. Only enough time for a shovel, being able to stay down, get it low. That's exactly what Fullerton is trying to pitch them into. Going away, making these hitters feel like they have to reach for the ball. An easy, easy play for the lead out and the lead runner.
The SEC Player of the Week. 10 hits in her last 4 games, riding what is now a 9-game on-base streak, including today. Fresh off the heels of a career-high 4-hit day. 2-1 for Pickering.
You can tell that one was a bit of an oopsie. Pickering not expecting it. Lopez, not either.
Pleading for the appeal. Nothing changes.
Pickering does a good job. You can see those wrists don't break. Good bat control there.
Ultimate hitters count gives way to a walk. The bases are full for Ella Parker.
Cassidy Pickering, a professional hitter as described by Coach Gasso. She knows that this walk is as good as gold. If it's not her, the person right behind her, that 1-2 punch at the top of the lineup. That's what this conference is about here too. Less than 2 outs, Oklahoma putting themselves in a great position. A lot of pressure on the defense. What we've seen often from Ella Parker tonight is she's hit ground balls, but they have made it through the infield because whenever she makes contact, her velo is so high. So that's a conversation of, can we get her off balance? And trust yourselves. Right there, you saw a deep breath from that infield. It has been so fun to watch Fullerton tonight to compete. And then right there, the smile from McCleskey.
First pitch to Parker. Ball 1. Parker right through. Ella Parker has not been retired in this game. 2 free passes and 2 singles.
McCleskey, that rise ball, gotten several Sooners to swing and miss.
This would be a massive strikeout. Lets you focus on the hitter, which would be Gabby Garcia. You forget about the base runners. Parker straight through. Trisha McCleskey, and out away from turning this into a 9-inning affair.
Again, Fullerton, fighters, gamers, competitors. McCleskey, rise ball. For most of this at-bat, goes to the screwball for the strikeout. A big, big out. Now, Fullerton just 1 out away to keep this game going.
And a first pitch strike to Gabby Garcia. Oklahoma loaded the bases up in the 4th and stranded all 3.
For Gabby Garcia, you've been in these moments before. You've seen and felt those big-time games, those big-time pressure situations.
Holding up the whole way. A walk at this point is as good as a home run.
As a hitter, as a pitcher, all that's going through my mind is just competing.
Boy.
McCleskey, she is dealing.
The 2-2. The little flinch. The highest of drama. A ball. Oklahoma wins. A strike. We go to the 9th. The ball in play is anybody's guess. The payoff pitch. Swung on. Lifted to left. And Gabby Gabby Garcia, with Oklahoma down to their final out, finds that Sooner magic again.
I loved this game. I loved this battle from both of these teams. Gabby Garcia comes up big, comes up clutch for her team. Oklahoma, they end up getting the win. But man, they had to scratch, claw, fight for every bit of this game. How is that? I mean, that is a pitcher's pitch right there. That is where, as a hitter, you dig deep and you say, I am competing no matter what, no matter where this ball is, I'm going to win. I'm going to hit this ball hard. And that's exactly what she does. Big time win for Oklahoma. And Fullerton, if you weren't paying attention before, you better be paying attention now. They're making some noise.
The Titans were nearly Titan Slayers again, as they have so routinely done throughout the history of their program. Gabby Garcia delivers another big one, and the story of big swings from Boomer Sooner continues. From one Titan Slayer to another, Coach Newman's coming up. SDSU around the corner. OU gets to celebrate as they head to game 2.